Hello everyone, and welcome to Merlin's Manor. Today I'm going to be looking at 10 games in my collection that have some of the best artwork. And the first one I'm going to bring up is Tenpenny Parks. This one I considered whether I really wanted it on or not, but it does have a very unique kind of artwork to it, kind of reminiscent of the early 1900s fairs type thing. And so I thought I'd go ahead and bring this one in. Mainly it's the cards that have the artwork on it that's kind of neat, as well as there's the little module in the middle that's the tent, which is kind of cool looking. And so Tenpenny Parks I felt needed to be, could be on this list right here. The next one I want to bring up is Creature Comforts. Creature Comforts is one of those that has good artwork, kind of whimsical artwork on the cards, as well as a nice looking board. And I don't know if part of what pulled me into this one was also the general components as well are really nice looking. And so I tried not to base this on components, but mainly on the artwork itself. But good components don't hurt as well when you're trying to talk about how good a game looks, the aesthetics of it. And so Creature Comforts is another great looking game. This one I want to bring up is Isle of Cats. Now, Isle of Cats doesn't have a whole lot of artwork on cards that's necessarily really impressive, but I really like the look of the different cats themselves. As you look at all the different very fantastical looking kind of cats, fantasy kind of theme there, each one having their different positions and all that, and how that worked into with the tiles. I think it looks really nice, all those different cats. I'm going to go ahead and, it's probably a mistake, I'm going to flip this up for a moment so you can see the front cover there. The cover art there is very beautiful as well. The next one I'm going to bring up is Honey Buzz. Honey Buzz is another one of those. I think the components help it out a good bit as well as we're looking at the art. But it has some very nice card art as well as the board itself. It's got its own kind of personality to it. And I really enjoy the look of this game. And again, just like in Creature Comforts, the components didn't hurt its case as well. Next one I'm going to bring up is Wingspan. This is again, and just even looking at the cover there with that kind of a watercolor kind of look there, looks very beautiful. All the different birds in this game, each great artwork there as far as the drawings of the different birds, really kind of draws you in. And again, this has some beautiful components as well. It doesn't hurt its case. And so Wingspan is another very beautiful game. Next one I'm going to bring up is Parks. And now Parks has all the different national parks in it, especially once they've added the Nightfall edition. And each card kind of has its own kind of grace, its own kind of beauty. And as they capture the various different types of parks, and I believe there were several different artists that kind of worked on this, but yet all the artwork kind of flows well together and comes together really well as far as that goes. And so Parks. Let's bring in Everdell now. And again, this isn't necessarily in an order, but Everdell has some beautiful artwork, especially the cover art for this and the expansions. Also the cards themselves, each one with different critters and different buildings. It's got kind of its own little world and universe, and it just, everything looks very nice. Great artwork as well with this one. And so just some of these are just so beautiful. And again, this is another one of those, the components as well really add to it. The next one I want to bring up is Vagrantsong. Vagrantsong here is the main thing I like about this one. Of course, you see the cover art here is nice, and the board is nice as well. But the biggest thing that I like about it is all the different acrylic standees that they have in here, and just the style of the different people and the way they drew them, and the different paints and the way they drew those. Just looks amazing. It's a style that you don't see in a lot of other places, and so it's very beautiful. The art was the main thing that drew me into this and wanted me to get this game, made me want to get this game. And I have not regretted it from the artwork standpoint or from the gameplay standpoint either myself. Next one on my list is Meadow. And this one has lots of different cards in it that have different nature scenes. As you probably noticed through this list, there's been a lot of nature-themed games that made the list, as it seems to me that the nature-themed ones, they really kind of pop with their artwork. Very beautiful. I don't know if it's just necessarily that I'm pulled towards the nature scenes, or if it's just inherently that these nature scenes are just so beautiful on their own, and then the artists just do so great of a job of depicting those. Meadow, each card kind of has its own kind of flavor. It's very, very nice looking cards. And then the last one I want to mention is Trekking the World. And the main thing I like about Trekking the World is the cards themselves for the different destinations. The rest of the art is okay, but when you get to those cards for the different destinations, they're just all so beautiful, very artistic, and a lot of them have kind of somewhat of a different style to them as well, but they all flow together very well. And you see those cards come out, and you just want to look at them for a bit. They draw you into the different locations, and so Trekking the World is the last one I was going to mention here on this list of 10 games that have great artwork. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope this has inspired you to get some of these games, to enjoy the artwork in the different games. I think a lot of times the artwork is what draws me into wanting to get a game, and then if the gameplay itself works out, then it's a great combination there between great aesthetics and great board games as far as the mechanics go. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the art in all these different games. And let me know some of the games that you really enjoy the artwork of down in the comments below. And I'll catch you in the next video.